Alright, I gave some consideration as to whether I would handle the Titans route first or go with Zeon. However, I much prefer Zeon MS and characters, to be honest. So I figured while I had the energy to play a path that I'm less than enthusiastic about, I'd do it. So we're gonna move on to Jerid's fancy special route. I don't know, if we're staying to the original canon, it would be a high sack. Certainly. I mean, it's not like the Newtype finished early thing is going to affect him yet. I mean, we've got 4 as our partner. She's operating the Psycho Gundam, that just raises all kinds of interesting questions. Beam rifle.
Leave it to me.
God, I'm playing Jerid again. Leaves a bad taste in my mouth.
You're unlucky to have run into me.
There are a lot of people that are unlucky to have run into you, particularly your own allies. I mean, let's be realistic, Jerid seems more cursed than Camille. That is the Psycho Gundam. Oh. I'm gonna get ya! I can sort of see why the Psycho Gundam didn't win for the competition to become, like, the new namesake mobile suit. It looks a little too much like the RX-78. I mean, the transformation is interesting if you consider, like, how it would have looked as a fighter. But it is just the RX... I mean, the Gundam Mark II doesn't look that much like the original Gundam. Honestly, repaint the Psycho Gundam, like, change out the scattering beam cannons for just the regular slats, and you've basically got just the RX-78 at, like, 5 times scale. So, like, a perfect grade versus a high grade. I know there was one Gundam game, I think I mentioned it before, but, again, names, not always the best, where you were actually piloting the toys, and they actually had toys of different grades, so you had different scales. So you'd end up with like a bunch of smaller Gundams fighting a giant Gundam. But like I said, that's the point where this series got a little too meta. We have whole animated plot lines that are about, you know, people fighting with the toys in like a video game. I don't know, I guess it could work. I just see that as being a little too cheeky. Maybe immodest is the word. I mean, look how successful we are, that we can do a show about the things that we sold from the other shows that we did. I'm not going to get Roberto either, am I? Unsurprising, the Hyzak's a bit stiff to control. It's a little slow. Oh, and then that happened. Actually, the Hyzak, when you think about it, the Zaku 2 Kai looks a lot like the Hyzak. I don't know offhand whether War in the Pocket... Well, obviously War in the Pocket chronologically took place first in the series, but I'm not sure if War in the Pocket was the first to release IRL, or if it was Zeta Gundam. I'm almost certain the Stardust Memory came out after Zeta. Almost certain. I don't know, just the quality of animation was much better. Like, the series had made it at that point, it was successful, and they had the money to invest in better animation. Gundam Abridged even point out the fact that there were, like, weird animation errors. Whatever those Zeon fighter things were, with, like, the weird elevated platform head. Not the Magella top, the actual fighters, and some of them were animated, like, missing a wing. Not like both wings, just a wing. Because somebody didn't incorporate that? Question mark. I got a gap plan. I'm going to use a gap plan.
Lieutenant Jerid Mesa, heading out.
Honestly, this route I might not touch the BR on because I'm just sick of the damn thing. Every time I go out in one of those during one of these missions, I come out of it with a bad mood. Pow! Did one of those miss? Oh, great. We've gone from drifting across mirrors to drifting across space rocks. Oh, you head Vulcan me. The ball's on you, sir. I congratulate you, but I will still murder you. Again with the rock, and again with the drift. Why does it... Why do you slide around like that? Those both connected, and it wasn't enough to kill it. Oh!
Incredible, he must be a Newtype.
I wasn't actually trying to transform there. And it was a bit disruptive that I did, because I can't aim... My shots are entirely dictated by where I'm facing if I fire while I'm doing that. Ooh, can I do the multi-slash? I'm not sure I can do it in flight, which this technically constitutes in flight. Yeah, no, I gotta be on the ground. That's disappointing. Camille, you wanna... Fine then, I'll just blow up your buddies. I am so far removed from the last time I ran Titans this far into the non-canon routes that I don't even know what special circumstance I'm going for or when I have to go for it. It'll pop up at some point, I imagine. Oh, shotgun missile. I think Jerid's was different from Scirocco, though. Fire it now, fire it now. Yeah! You are not dipping out on the reinforcement counter. Get exploded, Camille. And you're the last. And you're out of range. Thanks, Lila! I get head Vulcan by another Nemo.
All right, I'm returning now.
Yes, and people thought Unicorn Gundam started the whole phallic mobile suit front armor thing. Yeah, no, that's been around. Clearly. Yeah, I'm staying the course.
Lieutenant Jerid heading out.
I mean, he wouldn't have had access to anything else at this point. I wonder if we'll get the Ashimar. Probably not. Oh, I mean, look, see, yeah, Kakrakon's flying one, so yeah, no, it makes perfect sense.
Focus. Don't forget where we are, or the gravity will grab hold of you. That's why I'm saying it's a chance. You have a point there.
Yes, gravity. Still not sure how that mechanically fits in the grand theory of everything. We know what it does, we just don't know how it does it. Is it a property of space-time? What is space-time? Is it a tangible unit or more of an abstraction? Many, many questions. Are there, like, 11 dimensions that we can't perceive to make quantum dimensions and quantum, like, loop whatever gravity work? My notion is that the theorists can continue to theorize to their heart's content, but I will continue to operate on what is observable. No sense getting bogged down in details of irrelevance. Oh, you bailing this time, Camille? They are head Vulcaning a lot. I mean, a lot. I'm not sure about the Gaplan's palette. I mean, the blue is fine. Bit grayish, a little bland, but it's that green, or at least my eye perceives it as a kind of cyan green.
Talk recon!
Not vibrant enough. It could use more pop.
Recon.
I mean, obviously, for a military machine, the last thing you want are colors that pop, because why not just fly around with a bullseye?
All right, I'm returning now.
I wonder what a Balut on these things would even look like. Oh, we do get the Ash... Well, okay. The Jaburo attack immediately followed that space battle, so... I might bust out the Ashimar at some point, but it would be kind of odd for Jerid to have suddenly changed mobile suits immediately after re-entering the planet and immediately initiating combat with the Auk again. That just wouldn't make any sense. What, did he Ready Player One it? Does he have like a Tron stick that he just pulled an Ashimar out of his butt?
This is war. Here's another one.
Video games always need that bag of holding. Not just video games either. Let's not forget Capsule Core.
Lieutenant Jerid. You're unlucky to have
Oh, Pokemon. The Pokeballs could also be considered a kind of bag of holding. You're just holding living creatures and trying not to think too much about that. God, 4, you ruined the cool thing. Or you're still ruining the cool thing. Oh my god. Yes, there. That's how you do it. Ow. I can't tell if that was 4 or Quattro. They're both being a problem right now. They bail out, and then all of those expensive points do not get knocked off of the reinforcement gauge. The benefit is when they try bailing, their behavior is predictable. If my knowing exactly when to jump and strike is no indication, and then he'll immediately try to bail, regardless of how much damage he's taken. This is the problem when you run the multiplayer component, because, sure, you want the big, shiny mobile suit, but in terms of its reinforcement cost, oh, you cannot lose that many of those. I mean, you could lose a bajillion Zakus and the reinforcement count will barely have a dent. And it's not like their attacks hit any less potently. Oh good, that gym won't bother me. How is he still alive? You know what, screw it. Oh, he's not. Canonically he is, but I don't know, I used to make a point, even when it was insanely difficult in Federation vs. Zeon, to kill the player character, not the player characters, to kill the named characters, the main characters in the show. I still gave it my all to blow them up, because that was just like the badge of honor.
Here's another one.
And like those special routes in the Dragon Ball Budokai series where you would have to win battles that should have been lost, that were stacked against you to be virtually unwinnable, and then you unlocked
All right, I'm returning now.
wacky alternate routes, like Vegeta being the first one to go Super Saiyan, or Raditz taking over the planet. Just weird stuff. Oh, it wasn't Raditz taking over the planet. No, it was Piccolo. Because the idea was that when Piccolo fought Raditz, he got his ass kicked, and then he ran, and then Raditz took Gohan, and Piccolo went to Goku like, we can't defeat him alone, we have to beat him together. And instead, if you beat Raditz as Piccolo during that first battle, Piccolo just, like, kills Raditz. The Saiyans show up, Piccolo wipes them out, or so. It gets weird. Okay, for all of you, the transfer will have been instantaneous on the grounds that I've edited out it, but I've failed 2 times now. In both ways it is possible to fail. I have run out the clock, because it's a timed mission, because of course it is, and I got killed when I tried going more aggressive on it. It's not great. I mean, I think I focused on the wrong thing. I was trying to hit Camille,
You're not gonna strike first?
and it's too much effort since it's a timed thing. I don't have the luxury of slowly whittling him down until he dies. Kill Roberto because he's far squishier. That will spawn in a no-name, and the no-names will go down a lot faster. Cut, print, profit.
There's another one! You got in my way!
Not bad, they're reacting quickly.
I am going to make sure the Camille doesn't get too frisky.
Bad timing.
There's Roberto. Oh, that's just great. Oh, thank you for parking right next to me so I could do this.
1 minute to lift off. What are you doing? It's not over yet.
There, we got a new target? We got a new target. Forget Camille. Camille is irrelevant. Camille is a non-issue.
Let's go.
Let's keep it going.
I'll get you. If I do it, you go for it.
You know what, Camille? I have nothing else to smash on right now to beat down, so you're going to be the target. Oh, nope, new target. Bye, Camille. Yeah, you know, for something that looks as tanky as it is, the Ashimar is awfully squishy. I get that it's a mass production type, and that's kind of par for the course, but... Okay, that didn't connect to... Okay, great. I got half a minute to try and make something... Come on, get in the ring. Get in the arena. What are you doing? Let's go. That's...
This is the end.
What the fuck was...
Here's another one.
Did that thing just play for time? Is that a thing that just happened? It just played for time? Started doing little fart boosts on its way up?
All right, I'm returning now.
Third time in, finally a success. Maybe I won't be using the Ashimar. Okay, well at least this time it's straightforward. And we're partnered for Rosemi for this one.
Lieutenant Jerid Mesa heading out.
Is she going to be in the Mark II? Or well, I mean, Mark I showed up in the first mission, so it would make sense.
You're not gonna strike first? In a city like this? What is this? What is it? It feels dangerous. You!
You know, I got to respect a mobile suit that fights with its fists instead of a beam saber. Oh boy, yep, that's the kind of friendly fire you can expect from the Psycho Gundam. Either of them. Well, the peons seem to be spawning in at an astonishing rate. Pity they couldn't do this in the last mission where it was timed. Yes, I sound bitter about the last mission. I opened this by pointing out the fact that I was not going to enjoy the Titans route. For several reasons. Not like I don't like the design of the Titan mobile suits, but they don't play well in this game. I'd honestly probably rather use something from the Principality. Dom would be good, or a Goof. Oh, God, I miss the Goof.
What is this enemy?
Say what you want about the Hambar Bee with the Sea Serpent being a transformable Goof. I'd honestly rather have the Goof. Because it's not just the heat rod. It's not just the heat rod. It is devastating with that heat sword that it has.
Here's another one. This is the end. You're finished. You're not getting away. Damn you.
I'm kind of surprised that, considering the Ashimar's transformation, that it doesn't have like a Gerwalk-looking body transformed, legs are still out mode like the Gaza Sea or the Boundok.
All right, I'm returning now.
Maybe it's because the chest opens, and that might make it look weird if it did. And the legs wouldn't have much like hip movement because they'd be the chest only opens 90 degrees, so they'd have to be in the same track. Yeah, it would kind of look weird. I mean, let's be honest, Gerwalk always looked weird. This is a known quantity. Okay, here's the problem. Let me check this out here. Okay, it's not a red mission, but for the Aug at least, this is the turning point. So I feel like I might have to commit to destroying the name characters, which means I gotta go for Assault, just as an insurance thing instead of Recover, even though I have to keep Scirocco alive.
You're unlucky to have run into me.
Why is he in... Okay, never mind.
The goal of Operation Apollo is to seize control of
It's a support mobile suit, and I know the Masala is also an artillery-based design, but Scirocco has never been shy about getting into the thick of it.
the dark side of the moon. The tides of history will turn in favor of the Titans. I look forward to your performance.
It ain't a ballet, Scirocco. Whoa! Are you trying to attack me or the Rick Diaz? Because I couldn't tell, Scirocco! God, the AI just seems to get increasingly team-killing the more I play this. So far, there hasn't even been a named character with which to smite. We're almost down to 90 seconds. We're down to 90 seconds. There we go. Come on, Camille. Great, that was a sudden lock-on break out of nowhere. Thanks, Scirocco. Why am I just not connecting with him? My beam saber is passing through his hip, and I'm just not... It's not like he's in immune state, like now. Oh, for God's sakes, I can't hurt Scirocco. Can you? Okay, Camille's trying to bail. I'm gonna see if I can do anything about that. Okay, good. He's down. Get in close. Make sure I'm not transformed. He's not going to come back in the ring. He's just going to fly off. Yep. What the... And he just boosted straight out of here. Fantastic. Let's hope the special route wasn't locked behind that, because otherwise I'm going to do this over again. I'm going to have to come in here with something that is truly upgraded. I mean, we're like one or two shotting the basic mobile suits. We couldn't have cleared the ranks up to those guys quicker if we tried.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Maybe it's a different mission.
All right, I'm returning now.
Ah, there we go. Well, at least this time we don't have to worry about getting Scirocco out alive, so we can just go ham.
Lieutenant Jerid heading out.
You can always tell the ones that branch off into special routes, because they'll be harder than the missions that came immediately before or after.
You're unlucky to have run into me. Die! Like you will.
And we're not under a time constraint either, so I just have to make sure I don't kill enough normies until I've dealt with Camille.
I'm gonna shoot you down.
Alright, well, guess it's you first, Quattro. Now me. Ugh, that immunity. Wait. Is that Scirocco in the bowling? He's piloting everything other than what he normally pilots. Oh. Oh no, that wasn't aimed at me. Less impressive. That was aimed at me. And I'm stuck on geometry. Fantastic. Now, the Kakushiki's clay bazooka got totally screwed because it only fires in shotgun mode, which is kind of laughable. There we go. That's one down. Why are you all doing like weird little fart floaty hops, guys? What is happening here? The real problem with dealing with Camille here, of course, is that he can transform. Scirocco, let him go center arena. Do not screw this up for me, Scirocco. Come on, Camille. Come center arena. Fight me. Yeah. That's it. Little more. Oh, come on, Camille. Don't you want to be rivals no more? Good enough. Okay, not if he keeps getting... Not if he keeps getting pain-stated further away from center. Then we might have a problem. Or we keep fighting on this weird incline that's creating other problems. But it just blocked me from taking a rocket hit. I'm gonna put that in the win category. Okay, I suspect soon that he will try bailing. Yeah, Scirocco, you want to get in on that?
Let's go. Let's go.
Oh god, like one or two more. There we go. Thing of beauty. Glad I upgraded this Gab Flay a while back. I don't even remember when. I'm sure I did it at some point. It's a thing that happened. Just the upgrades get expensive before very long. Yeah, the Gabflay's transformation actually reminds me of the Vaki. No. Vahi? I don't know, like, what, Gen 2, 3 at Bionicle, the robot things? And I know that that's a weird distinction to make in Bionicle, but the ones that were under the control of Taraga Dume, who was actually Makuta in disguise. Because when they transform from biped to quadruped, like, their body flips so that their back becomes their front and their front becomes their back. And when this thing goes into its transformed state, it rolls belly up. Actually, those are probably my favorite, like, antagonist models in Bionicle. Because, yeah, there was the Paraka and the whole weird fish things. I'm not sure why I went in that direction. And after that, I kind of lost interest. But the Bow-Rock were a little too round. The Rockshi were, eh. The Viscerac, it's like... is it just me, or are these models getting simpler? And then the soft plastic stuff with the Paraka was always, for me, like, like, I don't know if I enjoy this. I get a sneaking suspicion that I'm not actually enjoying this. Like, why soft plastic? Why is it squishy?
Leave it to me.
I mean, I understand that they're trying to push technological limits and, you know, rah-rah, sort of like Perfect Raid Unleashed having parts molded together on the sprue.
Anyone who comes near the
That is actually an impressive technical feat, but like soft plastic, that's your selling point. That's not new. I mean, maybe it was new for Lego, but I mean, that's the point that everybody makes about Nintendo, is that Nintendo never puts out powerhouses in terms of consoles, but they're always willing to experiment. You know, the motion controls of the Wii that were not terrible, like the Kinect. The Wii U, which suffered from the fact that people didn't quite understand what was special about it. I'm not even going to pontificate on it because I'm not entirely certain. It's very unclear. A lot of people thought it was just some add-on for the Wii, which it wasn't. I understood that much. I mean, that's part of the reason why the Switch was designed to be as radically different from that line, and even its Game Boy relatives, because it is combining the home consoles with the portable consoles as possible so that it was distinctive. Things are going down in like one hit. Well, maybe not the Rick Diaz, but everything else, pretty much.
All right, I'm returning now.
Uh-huh. Ah, yes, the poisonous gas attack. These are listed as easier than the normal route. Curious, that little detail. Curious.
Leave it to me.
It's not like Recover is going to help the G3 canisters.
Come on, show me what you've got. I'll burn anyone who-
Again, Scirocco, piloting everything but you normally pilot.
This is the Alexandria.
Or but what you normally pilot. Oh god, the shield sponged it.
We've received a message from Colony 1 asking for a meeting.
We can't accept their surrender. This war will never end unless we show everybody what can happen to them if they decide to defy the Titans. This goes far beyond a single colony.
However,
The Minovsky particles were too dense. All communications were blocked. That's what happened.
yes, sir.
Their sacrifice will save millions of other lives. We can't fail.
Ah yes, typical villain logic. Save millions of other lives of the people that we would have to kill because we hadn't broken their spirit yet. Of course, the Zeta has to have the Mega Launcher.
You're Camille.
Yes, Scirocco.
We'll hit them hard.
And I am not Groot.
You guys are at peace, fool. You're finished.
Okay, okay. Hi there. Ow.
Goodbye, you strong.
Not yet.
You're not getting away.
At this point, we're not even going to need mobility.
Let's go. Let's go.
He's trying to bail, and he's bailed. Oh yeah, there's the little disc ring things that are for the agricultural blocks. You You know, with the sophistication of drone technology we have, the facilities we have in space, the fact that we haven't started shipping asteroids into near-Earth orbit so that we can start deconstructing them for colony-building materials astonishes me. Send some drones! Or just send, like, a freaking ion thruster or something up there that's very fuel-efficient that could just... Yeah, honestly, it would take a nuke, probably. If it's a big asteroid, it would take a nuke. Well, you know what? Things are accelerated, and we have a 2-star bound dog here, so let's use it!
Jerid heading out.
Nuclear thrusters. I mean, if you want to move anything big in space for any significant distance, you gotta go nuclear.
Show me what you've got.
There's no alternative. Chemical rockets are not gonna work.
I kill anyone who wants to make the sky fall. Crush my brother and my parents.
I mean, I suppose we could attach, like, a solar sail and try to laser push that, power it from the sun. That would be pretty fuel efficient. Take advantage of the momentum of planets as they move through orbit, the instability. I mean, there are ways, but still, it's like, well, we can't get people out there. Well, send a drone, man! I mean, are we seriously concerned that we're gonna send, like, self-replicating robots into space and they're gonna take over the universe? I'd wager 10 generations down in that self-replicating line, they'll end up having more arms or more heads than we intended them to have. Why? Because we still can't make a phone that doesn't break down after the first 2 months.
What is this?
It's really you piloting.
I'm damaging a Hyzak because it won't bug off from the Yakushiki. Ow! Fuck off, Rosamia. Whoa, that Hyzak wiped out not a third, but half of our reinforcement gauge. What the fuck? Oh, yeah, wow, just don't close the gap there. No, I don't have... I have thrusters in my weird half-egg-shaped ass, and they're useless. They do nothing.
Be strong.
So glad I can't be knocked down in this mobile suit. I can still be stunned. Briefly. Isaac, do not crowd me! Oh, you slippery bastard.
You're slow.
This is the end.
Ah, well, there's the name characters escaping. Again. You do not lock onto me when you're running away with your tail between your legs. Get the fuck out of here. Now we get all floaty. Oh, that worked.
This is war. Don't get in my way.
We might be able to survive another Hyzak going down, but I don't want to... Because the Psycho Gundam Mark II could also be destroyed in this scenario, and that would hurt us to the point of annihilation, even where we are. Never mind, it's over. Main characters bailed, Fission mailed, and then we won the day.
All right, I'm returning now.
Alright, well, the normal route is getting close to its completion. Mission time... Oh, not this one. Oh! I didn't forget about this mission. I didn't forget about this mission. Well, at least we're paired with the O this time.
Risk anymore.
Ah.
Here's another one. There. Not getting away. This is war. What? Do it.
Yeah, come at me, bro.
This is war.
God, that shot, I understand it's on the Boundog's left arm, but it is always, like, aim bias to the left. Like, too much. Unless you have the target, like, off to your left, off of the central line, you're basically going to hit it with nothing. Like the Survivalist's carbine in, Honest Hearts, with the frickin' front sight just not pointing where it's supposed to. No, not carbine. Survivalist's rifle. The freaking service rifle that fired the 12.7 millimeter.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Here's another one.
God, Honest Hearts is so much more difficult to do when you've got hardcore mode on because you've got that weight limit going in, and ammunition has weight now. And you have to make sure to bring in some food with you. I mean, it's not like it doesn't inundate you in resources in the first 5 minutes, but...
I'm returning now. Lieutenant Jerid heading out.
Action pose!
You're not gonna strike first?
These low-gravity environments are great for a prolonged hop.
Now where's the core? Is that it?
And I'm out of juice.
Did I do it?
Damn, Scirocco! Any more damage to this thing will be able to fire. Ready for the end, Char?
Oh, I was hoping to catch him in the back with a scattering shot while he was doing the blocking maneuver. Have that big Lebowski moment where he, like, blocks the door, but it opens on the other side, so the block does nothing.
Come on!
Oh boy.
You've made a poor choice for your final resting place.
I'm not giving up.
Still not too late for you to decide to join me.
Give it a rest. No reason for all that happened. You failed to become a true Newtype, Char. A mongrel like you must be told. Understand? Not yet. This isn't done yet. Good move.
Well, you know, Scirocco's statement about Char not becoming a true new type is not categorically incorrect. But the notion that culling him with help is perhaps questionable. I mean, that is ultimately what had to happen. That's what happens if you try to drop a giant rock on Earth.
Careless.
All right, I'm returning now.
Power. Interesting. Interesting.
Lieutenant Jerid heading out.
Oh, let's hope this goes in one shot, because that business with the Asimar... Asimar. Ha! The Ashamar!
You're not gonna strike first? Did I do it?
Okay, it bounced off the mirror.
The radish is
God
burning.
Ah!
I found you.
Oh, she's using the Gates model, which is fine.
Boundog's not gonna
Did any of that hit him? I can't tell. The camera keeps spinning. He's doing donuts around me, and it's actually pissing me off.
Got some nerve saying that to me, little boy. You're the reason I beat the fighter. I haven't murdered nearly as many.
Well, I can be stunned in 0G, apparently.
I'm not a murderer. If you're tired of fighting, let me help you. I'm gonna take you out right here and now. This is nothing.
Well, Camille is not a murderer. That's inappropriate use of the lexicon and the language, because murder is a crime in which an individual has been killed by another in a society with laws. Camille is, however, a killer, because it's kind of difficult to be a soldier without being one. I mean, unless you intend to defeat them with the power of song or kindness. There's that bit in Battlestar Galactica when Crashdown, or whatever, went crazy on Cobalt and was about to shoot Callie, and Baltar blows him away, and Head 6 tells him that now he's a man, and points out the fact that the enduring human legacy is not art or music or science, it's murder. Killing people, killing things. Oh god, everything's like so floaty and janky. Stop dodging everything. There we go, that connected. He's not taking as much damage as I would like. Especially considering the rate with which he can damage me relative to the rate with which I can damage him. And this is a twice upgraded Bound Dock. Hold still. Oh my god, the float. The float. I hate this map. I hate it. The giant weird mirror walls and the float. You don't notice the space float so much when you're in a map that doesn't have shit in the way. Okay, none of that hit. Badly timed.
Here's another one. I'm gonna die here.
I was gonna say if that missed. Kablooey! He dead.
All right, I'm returning now.
Yes, we are. Ayuka's gone, but yes, but Axis is coming. Yeah, just go for the Italians first. They'll surrender fastest. Oh, no, the other Axis. Got it, got it.